What if I told you that building wealth isn't actually that complicated? What if I told you the entire financial guru industry, with their complex strategies, $1,000 seminars, and secret stock picks, is designed to keep you from the one truth that really matters? They've built an entire empire on making you feel like you're not smart enough to handle your own money. They want you to believe that wealth is some complex code that only they can crack. But the real secret is, there is no secret. There's no complicated code to decipher. The most powerful way to build wealth is something they almost never talk about because it's just too simple. It's a single automated habit that works for anyone, no matter your income or how much you know about investing. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to set it up in less than 10 minutes. And it will run for the rest of your life, building your wealth without you ever having to think about it again. Alright, let's talk about the problem. You've seen it everywhere, right? The 7-point plan for financial domination. The webinar on crypto arbitrage. The guru who swears he can teach you the hidden patterns of the stock market. They throw around jargon like alpha, beta, and quantitative easing to make your head spin. They flash charts that look like the flight path of a dizzy fly. This isn't education, it's intimidation. It's a business model built on making you feel completely overwhelmed. And when you're overwhelmed, you get hit with something called analysis paralysis. You're so bombarded with conflicting, complicated information that you just do nothing at all. You get stuck. You start thinking, I'm not a math genius, or I don't have time to stare at the market all day. And that is exactly what they want you to think. That feeling of being not good enough is the product they're really selling. The more complicated they make it all sound, the more you feel like you need them. But this complexity is a myth. It's a wall they build to keep most people on the sidelines, believing that building wealth is a game they just can't win. And the real tragedy? While you're frozen by all this complexity, you're missing out on the most powerful force in finance: time. Every single day you're stuck in analysis paralysis is a day your money isn't working for you. It's a day of growth you can never get back, but we're going to change that, right now. So, what is this simple, elegant solution? What's the one habit so powerful it can change your financial life forever, yet so simple a guru can't build a business around it? It's a concept that's been around for ages, famously written about in the classic book, The Richest Man in Babylon. The principle is called, pay yourself first. Now I know what you might be thinking. Pay myself first? That's it? That's the big secret? Yes. And its power is in its simplicity. It means exactly what it sounds like. Before you pay your rent, before you buy groceries, before a single dollar goes to anyone else, you pay yourself. But here's the modern twist that makes it truly effortless. You automate it. The secret isn't just deciding to save money. The secret is removing yourself, your emotions, your bad habits, your forgetfulness from the entire equation. The easiest, most guaranteed way to build wealth is to set up a system that automatically saves and invests a piece of your income the second it hits your account. You start treating your future self as your most important, non-negotiable bill. This isn't about saving whatever is left over at the end of the month. That's what most people do, and it's why most people struggle. This is a total shift in thinking. You save first, and then you learn to live on the rest. Some people call it reverse budgeting, and it works because your goals get funded before your expenses do. By making it automatic, saving is no longer a choice you have to make with every single paycheck. It just happens. It becomes invisible. And that's the whole key. There are a few big reasons why this one automated habit beats any complex trading strategy out there. First, it defeats your own brain. We're all wired for instant gratification. That's why it's so hard to resist buying something on impulse or sticking to a strict budget. Automating the pay yourself first rule completely bypasses this flaw. Because the money is moved from your paycheck to your savings or investment account automatically, you never even see it in your checking account to be tempted by it. It's out of sight, out of mind. You're basically tricking your own brain into building your wealth. Second, it unleashes the magic of compound interest. Consistent, regular contributions, even tiny ones, grow like crazy over time. Think about it. Let's say you automate just $50 a week. That's about $7 a day. It might not feel like much, but after 30 years, with a pretty average 7% annual return, that simple habit could grow to over $260,000. If you can bump that to $100 a week, you're looking at over $500,000. The math doesn't lie. The key isn't having a huge pile of cash to start with. It's the unbreakable consistency that automation gives you. You're not just saving money, your money starts making its own money. Third, it builds real financial security and massively reduces stress. A recent Federal Reserve report found that a huge number of Americans would have trouble covering an unexpected expense. For example, 37% of adults said they couldn't cover a hypothetical $400 expense using just cash or its equivalent. When you pay yourself first, you are systematically building a safety net. This buffer protects you from life's surprises, stopping you from going into high-interest debt when your car breaks down or a medical bill shows up. That feeling of security is priceless. It changes your relationship with money from one of fear to one of control. And finally, it works for everyone. This isn't a strategy for the rich. It's a strategy that makes people rich, starting with whatever they can afford right now. Okay, let's make this happen. Here is the simple, step-by-step plan you can do in the next 10 minutes. Step 1. Open a separate account. This is a big one. Your savings and investments can't live in the same checking account you use for coffee and bills. Open a high-yield savings account for your emergency fund, and a separate brokerage account for long-term investments like a simple, low-cost index fund. Keeping the money separate makes it way harder to spend on a whim. Step 2. Set up the automatic transfer. Log into your job's payroll website or your main bank account. Look for an option called automatic transfers or recurring payments. Set up a transfer to your new savings or investment account that happens on every single payday without you lifting a finger. Step 3. Pick your amount and start. How much? The standard advice is 10 to 15% of your income, but please, don't let that number paralyze you. If all you can do is 1% or even just $25 a paycheck, start there. The habit is more important than the amount in the beginning. You can even set it to automatically increase by 1% each year. You'll barely notice the change, but it will make a massive difference over time. That's it. 3 steps, 10 minutes. You set it up once, and it works for you forever. It will be the most productive 10 minutes you ever spend on your finances. The secret to building wealth was never a secret. It's just too boring for the gurus to sell. You can't make a flashy online course or a weekend seminar about a simple automatic bank transfer. Building wealth isn't about being a genius or timing the market perfectly. It's about creating a system that works for you, spend less than you earn, and automatically invest the difference. That's the entire game. Your financial future won't be decided by some complex strategy you try for a few weeks. It will be determined by the simple, consistent systems you put in place for a lifetime. This is that system. So, here's the real call to action. Don't just like this video, pause it, open a new tab, and set up your automatic transfer. It is the single most important thing you can do for your future self. Then come back, hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep building on this powerful foundation with more simple, no-nonsense strategies. Take back control, automate your wealth, start today.